Hello everybody, mrkhamzillabusiness here with a very special video. We've reached 1,000 subscribers, which is insane. I never thought I'd be here. It's basically been a year since I first started the channel, just a month after, so 13 months since I first started, and we're already at 1K. This is insane. Your support, all of you guys, have been amazing, and it means the world to me. So every one of you that has subscribed, liked videos, commented, it means a lot. So anyway, I have an amazing build for you. Let's get into it. This thing is massive and it won't fit in the small space that I record in, so I'm just gonna plop it down here so you can all see. And as you may be able to tell, it is a Sonic 1 MOC. So South Island, I believe, would be what it is called, but as you can see there, it has all of the zones from the first game. And so this is kind of a build that is a 1K special, but also celebrating Sonic's 30th anniversary for me. So this is the build that will be, I don't know, the 30th anniversary build, because it's a MOC of the first game. So anyway, it's kind of hard to show you from, I don't know, a wide shot, because obviously you're seeing the out of my table and stuff like that, because it's way too big. It does not fit in here. So I'm just going to show you the individual sections, but you can see right here how big it is, and it's on one full base plate here. And I just built it into just some, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the little zones. The first zone, and most arguably the most well-known one of the entire Sonic series, Green Hill Zone. This is probably the third rendition I've done, and is probably, I'd say, the best. Now you notice immediately that I've actually added little backgrounds to these, which is why these might look a little disconnected with the darker blue and the lighter blue. This is supposed to be the like sky, and these are like the mountains in the back. Obviously it's just, I don't know, just kind of little detailing, right? And I made them really blocky to get that like 16-bit type style. And yeah, you'll see that I've reused elements like the bridge here and stuff like that. I have a goalpost here. I've got a ring, I believe they're boxes, I don't know, little TV boxes. But just pretty basic, you know, not much in the way of detailing. But if you look back here actually, there is one of 7 Chaos Emeralds, so pretty cool. I've hidden all 7 of them in every zone. And yeah, so that's Green Hill Zone, and then we'll move over to Marble Zone over here. So here's Marble Zone, and the funny thing is that this was the so the basis for this MOC. I was originally building Marble Zone, but then I realized I didn't have that much purple. You notice that there's just a tiny bit, and I could have built like an underground section, but the thing is I didn't have that much of this purple. So I needed to make do and do like just, I don't know, a little platform zone, and I was gonna do it on the little base plates that I generally do them on. But I figured, hey, why don't we make a giant like something? And so I ended up doing that. So this is the original zone, or yeah, whatever. This was originally what I was building for this MOC, but then it ended up being this, which I think is much better. I'll point out a couple details. There's a bit of foliage at the back. In Marble Zone, the background, there's a bunch of like trees and bushes and stuff like that, and like ruins in the back, and but pretty cool. Right here there's like 2 pillars. There's some of these pillars and the like weird blue pillars, so I decided to represent that there. You notice lava down here is a couple of like little lava bubbles and such, and over here is like the iconic little like, I don't know, it's kind of like a temple looking thing, or like a big archway thing, but I think I did a pretty good job on this. I really like how this looks, and it just really gets the look of the zone quite well. And right here is our second Chaos Emerald, and I'll pull that out for you. There we go, second Chaos Emerald. It's just hiding in that little box platform there. And we'll move on to Spring Yard. The main problem that stops me from building a lot of MOCs is that I don't have many pieces in a certain color. And this MOC entirely is a prime example with the purple here, and then this like brown color. So this is the color that the Goombas use in like the Lego Mario sets, and I have like hardly any of this color. So it was really hard to get this together, but it's really small, but I feel like it just kind of gets the job done. Oh, and I'm missing a spring totally, like right here and there. Spring Yard Zone, there's supposed to be more springs, but I failed. I failed. I'm sorry. Whatever. We have one spring. We have a yellow spring here. We've got these like purple pillar things. We've got a little ring TV box there. And we've got one of the Captain America shields to represent like the bumpers that kind of just hover around in the air. And then these green things are supposed to represent like the mesh type things, or they look like mesh metal type things that just kind of are on the platforms and stuff like that. So that was my representation of that. It's not the best representation of Springyard Zone, but hey, I think I did an alright job. And the third Chaos Emerald is just actually back there. So just using a 1x2 with the studs on the side, you can hide the little Chaos Emerald in there. And yeah, then we'll move over to Labyrinth Zone. So Labyrinth Zone looks pretty plain. Probably could have done more work on this, but I mean, I'm already at 1,000 subs, so I had to do this video. You'll notice immediately that I had a pillar here, and I didn't really do like an underwater stuff. I just decided to do like the temple rocky stuff. So you notice there's a couple pillars and stuff like that. A lot of like switching between like the darker and the lighter to get like the blocky looking, you know, the different stone colors. Bit of vines and stuff like that. And you'll notice a couple crystals because I don't know, there's crystals growing. Makes sense, I guess. And then you got one of these like little arrow trap things or something like that. You know, they're pretty cool. And so I'll show you how I actually built this, and it'll expose the location of the fourth Chaos Emerald. There we go. So, interesting technique. All of this is built really weird. So what I did is I used a 1x1 but up 2, so I don't know what you call that. And what I basically did is I just used another one of those here and then faced it downwards to get like the bricks to face down and such, and it works quite well. And especially because I have one of these here, it just kind of covers the front, but it also doesn't like prevent it from sitting nicely there. So you got like nice opening with the studs facing up and the studs facing down. And it just looks nice in general. And you'll notice I used one of those big rock pieces at the back in like the darker brown, or like the tan brown, I don't know, whatever you call it. I think it's like a tan brown. I think that's tan brown, right? Should be. Anyway, that's Labyrinth Zone. And again, these MOCs are quite small, and that's why I'm going through them quite quickly, because there's not much to show. It's just one big MOC itself. So move on to Starlight Zone, which is also quite simple. Here's Starlight Zone. You'll notice here it looks kind of ugly, but that's the sacrifice you gotta make when you're using different background colors. Probably should have put stars maybe, because Starlight Zone, I don't know. But these are supposed to symbolize the night sky. These back here are kind of like, I don't know, clay, or like brick buildings and stuff like that. And you'll notice some of the like mesh stuff that I was talking about before. If you go and look at the zones, you'll probably notice them yourself. And again, bane of my existence, colors that I don't possess, very limited quantities. So this stuff, like none. I'm using literally like 1x2 slope pieces to get like the fronts. That's how strapped I am for pieces when it comes to this. So I'm trying my absolute best. So this one, you notice there's a significant lack of like platforming and stuff like that. That's because I have like none of this, what is it? It's like a tan green. I think that's the color, if I remember color palette Legos or something like that. I think it's tan green. Something like that. It's like a nice army green, I don't know. Anyway, I'll point out some of the key details. In Starlight Zone, there's a bunch of like little fans that kind of blow you around and make you go fast, because Sonic goes fast. But there's one of those symbolized there. We've got a little ramp here, and that's kind of the way you use to get up to Scrap Brain, which I'll show you in a couple minutes. We've got a little barrier here, just a simple build using 1x4 printed, and that's kind of an illegal connection with the 1x2 there with the clip, but you know what, it works out, so hey, all is well that ends well. And right here we have our lamppost, and you might have noticed already, maybe not. Here's our other Chaos Emerald. There you go. And that's that, and we'll move on to Scrap Brain. here we are at the top of the MOC. You'll notice a couple things, like these little flames that kind of sit around. You know, that's a scrap brain thing. We got one of these little like electric poles. I don't know, they just kind of sit around and Sonic gets electrocuted by them, stuff like that. There's just piping and such. And I put the animal capsule up here. You'll recognize that from one of my how to build videos. Because, I don't know, in Sonic 1 isn't the main plot just Sonic trying to save his animal friends? Basically, I think. But move around here. And so I didn't have enough space, but you notice this, and if you're a Sonic fan, you'll immediately recognize that as the final boss in the Sonic the Hedgehog 1. So the little like pillars that Eggman sits in, and they like pop up and down, and like Sonic's trying to hit them or whatever. But if you're a Sonic 1 enthusiast like I am, you'll recognize that. Pretty great. Couple gears over here and such, just basics. And this is I suck at Technic stuff and gear stuff. So for me, this is an accomplishment. So we have this conveyor belt here, and there's a couple in scrap ring, and there's generally saws. So these could be gears or saws. There should be like a saw over top of the conveyor belt, but whatever. This actually spins. Now this is an accomplishment for me because I never work with this stuff, like the treads and everything. So this is new for me, and I'll even show you the mechanism. It's so simple. But I did this on my own. I actually didn't look anywhere for this, so pretty great. And the mechanism for that is actually, if we lift this, it's in there, so I'll show you in there. So I just took the camera off the tripod. It might be a little shaky, but you know, whatever. So here's the interior of that. You can see very simple. I'm just turning that gear there, and it just turns that one. Very, very simple. You notice in there that there's a barrel. If I can actually access that, maybe. Oh, here we go. Aha! In this barrel, we have an egg. Look at that. Happy Easter, by the way, everybody. But yeah, that's pretty funny. And then everybody's falling apart. Everything. And then we have our 6th Chaos Emerald right there. And you might be wondering, well, you said there was a Chaos Emerald hidden everywhere, so there should be 7, right? If you can count properly. Well, there is actually 7. And, oh yeah, you got a junk reveal there. That's pretty funny. This whole section comes off, and below there we have the, I believe it's the 3rd zone, or the 3rd stage of a scrap brain zone. It's actually Labyrinth Zone, but kind of like in a gray, like robotic style. So you can kind of see there, we got like the purple liquidy type stuff, so kind of very simple, but still. And then we got the springs to help Sonic jump back up. So at the end, Robotnik just kind of drops him down into a pit, and he ends up in here. But here's our last Chaos Emerald. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's the MOC in its entirety. And it's a mess right now, so I'll have to put it back together. Once again, a humongous thank you to all of you for helping me get this far. Your support, your comments, your feedback, everything has meant the world to me. Despite the troubling times this year, this has been a big positive thing that has helped me get through the year, so it means a lot. So I say let's make this year a better one, and look forward to some awesome content. Anyway, love you guys lots. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Oh jeez, we're done. Wow. Man, I gotta take some of these pieces and put them back in my Lego set. I've stolen parts from some of the sets.